Hello, welcome. Look what came in the mail today. Okay, technically it came in the mail yesterday, but it was late and I didn't go check my mail because the mail didn't run till like 7 o'clock or something. Because it's Christmas time, so here Christmas Eve morning, check the mail. Boom from Dave Schwartz. Feast or Famine. Yeah, I got my graphic novel right here from back in the Indiegogo campaign, which means I also got this cool little mini print with that on it. And if I remember right, when I opened up the inside of this, yeah, look at that. Got a little signature there, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool. We also got the cool, like, super retro cover here. I'm going to get it out of its bag. I do notice there's a spine tick on this, which is unfortunate. It's not a little one either. There's no color break, but you can't really see it, can you? It's right here. That's unfortunate. Brand new comic, got a spine tick. But you know what? That's what happens when human beings are actually handling comic books. Now, here's the weird thing. I've already flipped through the graphic novel. And here's kind of the weird thing. Somehow, I think the colors pop more on newsprint than they do in the graphic novel, which is why I'm making this video. Because that seems counterintuitive to me because the graphic novel is on this beautiful glossy paper. And as soon as I find this same page here, well, that's in the neighborhood, but it's not exactly the same page. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Here we go. And I don't know, maybe it's because my expectations for being printed on newsprint mean I have lower, like, I don't expect the colors to pop this much on newsprint, because looking at side by side, I reckon they pop about as much. But somehow I would have expected the glossy to pop even more, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody but me. Because the coloring in this book on the newsprint was one of the most impressive coloring jobs I've ever seen. Because this whole thing, it's kind of like your eyes are like just uptaking drugs directly, like through them into your retina. I'm gesturing at my face like you can see me gesturing at my eyeballs, but just pretend here I'm gesturing at your eyeballs. Like here, the acid is just going boom right into your eyes like that. That's what the coloring here reminds me of. But on the glossy, no matter what I'm looking at, it doesn't feel quite as impressive as it did in the newsprint. Maybe that's just because I read the newsprint already, and so I'm like mentally prepared for this coloring. Or maybe it's because I expected the coloring to be even more intense here on the glossy paper. I'm not sure. There's a lot of absolutely cool stuff here, and if you want me to go into, if you want to like get my thoughts on like the whole series and the plot and all that stuff, go watch my review videos. But it's basically like, what if there was an alternate world where Tesla really did get to run crazy with his inventions, and he invented like a portal that took them to other worlds, and they got to explore that, and what are the consequences thereof? That kind of thing. It's a fun story. It's absolutely a fun story. It wasn't the story I was expecting at first. I got to admit, I at this point in time, 6 months, 9 months later, however long it's been, I don't really remember what the story I was expecting it to be was. I think I was expecting more like weird adventures on Earth and not like cross-dimensional travel or something. I don't know. I don't know, but I didn't get exactly the story I thought I was going to get, which came as a surprise, combined with the intensity of the coloring. It's like a double surprise. There are very few, even among all of Alterna's books, where you have people printing on newsprint. Eden, for example, had some really beautiful and intense blues. But here, look, these blues are as intense as anything in Eden, and everything else in the coloring is just absolutely crazy. Look at these purples, these ruddy tones, all on the newsprint. Now, of course, here you get the same beautiful coloring. Let me see if I can find that page. But it's not as, yeah, this is definitely not as strong. There's less ruddy color here. There's less red. The pink's not as strong over here. I think the graphic novel actually kind of turns the coloring down. So maybe when I picked the green, that was actually the wrong page. Let me let me flip over to this, and we'll do a quick compare. Oh yeah, the coloring over here is so much stronger, more vibrant. I guess this is more lifelike, but I like this better. Otherwise, it's the same story, same great stuff going on, and it's really hard to go wrong with this. I think if I were you, I probably would see if I could still get the newsprint versions, just because the coloring is so intense. I think the coloring really drives the otherworldliness of the story. Oh, there's a second spine tick right here. I don't know, maybe I did that one from handling it. It's a shame when brand new books have spine ticks. Can you even see it? I guess not. I can see it, and that's all that matters. Anyway, it's not a big deal. It's just a shame. But, yeah. I think I actually like the way the newsprint coloring looks better. But this is a great little volume. If you haven't read the story yet, I don't know if there's any newsprint copies available. Man, the sun's really coming in my window now. If you haven't read the story on newsprint, this is a great way to consume it. Oh, and alternative. Oh, hey, hold on! I didn't even notice that this cover was signed too. That's pretty cool. And if you don't know, just kind of as a comparison, alternative graphic novels are smaller than the floppies. They're actually printed on like a standard paper size as opposed to what comic books print on, which is a really weird size. So it's a little bit smaller. It's made on nice stock. The interior paper, nice stuff. Like I feel like that should all go without saying. But $9.95 if you want to buy this, you can probably get it from alterna.com or through your local comic book store, I bet. In any case, you all have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I just kind of wanted to show this off and do a comparison since I had newsprint and the glossy here side by side. I could take a look at that and compare. And, oh, we didn't even talk about the new stuff in the back. There's not enough of it, by the way. So the new stuff is just like some in-progress things, you know? I like this process kind of stuff. It's cool. But I think the book could have done with a few more pages of this kind of material in it to really pack in a little bit of extra value. Because you know that material's already out there. You know, the in-progress work was done already. There's got to be like that. You could have thrown some concept art or something in here, like a page of the script. You know, that kind of stuff. Some people, myself included, really eat that material up, and it would have been nice to have had a little bit more of it. On the other hand, I don't know if that would have pushed the page count to some weird number. What is it? It's 112. Yeah, you could have included like another dozen pages. That kind of material went up to like 128 page, and I don't think that would have changed the cost too awful much. Maybe it did. Maybe you guys quoted it out, and I'm just like talking nonsense. That is entirely possible. Whatever the case, you all take care of yourselves. All right? Bye-bye.